Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about what the month of August is going to mean for all 12 signs of the zodiac. So what you're going to want to listen to here is going to be your ascendant, which is your rising sign. In Vedic astrology, we call it the Lagna. And your moon sign, because the moon sign definitely gives you a sense of how you're feeling about everything. It's really important. One does not discount the other. It just gathers more information. So listen to your rising ascendant sign and your moon sign for this in the sidereal Vedic chart, not your Western placements, and especially not your Western sun sign placements. That's totally wrong from what I'm basing this whole prediction from. So if you don't know your Vedic moon or ascendant, go to my website, galacticcenter.org, and go to my free chart calculator. Put in your information, scroll down to the bottom. Don't try to read the Vedic charts. You don't know what you're doing. The numbers are not for the houses, so disregard that. Go to the bottom. It'll clearly tell you AS, that's your ascendant, and moon, MO, is your moon sign. Listen to those two signs and you will get so much out of this as to what you can expect for the month of August. So galacticcenter.org, and while you're there, don't forget to sign up for my free newsletter and check out my new magazine, Joni Patry's Astrology Insights. So with that, let's continue on. And if you have a rising sign, ascendant in Aries, or your moon is in Aries, then this will be a time where money will come more freely to you. It will flow, but I must add, you may have some more expenses. So everything of money coming in, going out, but at least there is prosperity as we speak during this time. But there may be some disagreements and problems in your home. So be very cautious and aware as to what you say to people, especially in family situations. You may find that you could hurt someone's feelings, be too harsh. That's important to have diplomacy during this time. And be aware that your work is heavy duty right now for the rest of the year. You are being strapped with a lot of responsibility around the workplace, and you really would love to change jobs or careers. That's what I get. This is a time of change. So if your ascendant, rising sign, or moon sign sits in Taurus, then this means this is a time that you're going to be more energized, a lot more energy. But be careful, because you are a little bit impulsive, impatient, and that can cause accidents and problems. So take it easy. Go forward with all the new ideas and progress that you want to instill, but do it calmly. And another thing is, you might find that some of your trips, your travels have been a little bit postponed or delayed, even though you're having a lot more energy and a lot more fire that's getting you up and getting things done for you throughout this entire month. So if your moon or your ascendant sits in Gemini, then this is kind of a time to be aware of people talking behind your back, secret enemies, problems with thieves stealing your ideas. Be very aware of this. Plus, I wouldn't go out into dark places at night. Lay low, be calm. And you might find you have a little bit more trouble sleeping this month. So be aware of that. And a lot of things are coming up for you to heal and process concerning your past and past ideas. So that's something important. And one more thing, even though you're troubled with sleep or people talking behind your back, don't worry, because you are rising in your work and your career. You probably have a lot of people jealous, so watch for that. So if your ascendant rising sign or your moon sits in the sign of Cancer, then this means there are a lot of people coming into your life, but sometimes some of them are a little aggressive. Friends and people and groups, people are being too aggressive and strong about forcing their ideas onto you during this time. But at the same time, you know, you're going to be finding new friends and new groups. Probably some doors are closing and new ones are opening. And it is time to heal and work on your relationships. It's a time when you are finding new spiritual outlets and ways to process information, to deal with partnerships, to deal with friends, and anything to do with relationships. This is a time to learn spiritually more about how to address these matters. So if your moon or your ascendant rising sign sits in Leo, this is a time where you're going to get out, do more career-wise. You have a lot more energy and there are opportunities coming. Plus, the workplace. You feel like you have too much of a workload and people aren't helping you so much in the workplace. But this is a time for you to become a lot more independent in your work and realize that maybe you should be doing something on your own and not have to depend on others. And this is just a year of change, and the way that you make your money will change throughout this year, but beginning in this month. If your moon or your rising sign ascendant sits in Virgo, then this is a time when you really want to get out, start traveling and going places. If not, you want to take new classes and learn new things. You will be learning a lot of new things coming up here. And things with learning and ideas are really benefiting you, and people, relationships, even partnerships. A partner could benefit you greatly at this time. But if a trip comes up spontaneously, yes, you can go. It will benefit you greatly. If your moon or your rising sign ascendant sit in Libra, this is a time of deep emotional change where you're looking at ways to really deeply change you, your personality, how you perceive the world, your psychological way of how you deal with things. This is a time of self-help, getting to the core and the bottom of how you can really transcend and change things to better change your life. I know you're not too happy with where you're living right now, so maybe all of these deep emotional changes can give you the opportunity to realize where you're best suited, where you should be moving to, and there can be an opportunity with work that can give you this opportunity to move. So first apply for work elsewhere where you would like to move. That opens the door for a new place to live, and your whole life will be changing. Now, if your moon or your rising sign or ascendant sits in Scorpio, you might be finding relationships become a little bit tougher. You are going to find that in your relationship, they become more combative, more argumentative. Just don't argue. Let them be right. What's the difference? It's going to help your relationship if it's so important to them to be right. And you might find that there's a time where you have to go back and visit siblings if you have brothers and sisters to try to help them. But you're going to be very, very creative. It may be the time you can start writing, have the discipline to sit down and write that book or get the writing done. Express yourself, journal. This will be very healing. So if your rising sign or your moon sign sit in the sign of Sagittarius, then this is a time to get healthy. Start taking advantage of all the sports, the activities that you haven't been doing to get your body healthier, stronger, and take those vitamins. Be cognizant of your health. And you'll probably find that people are not so easy to deal with in the workplace, but you don't need them. Just work hard. Things are going to change. And you might find that because of the change in your work, it may open the door to opportunities to doing something different with your home, or actually renovating or moving during this time. All right, so if your ascendant or moon sign sit in the sign of Capricorn, then this is a time that your mind is going to be full of new ideas. Your mind is operating quicker than ever, full of creative ideas, and you feel more focused and disciplined, even though you know you have a lot to deal with. There's a lot of responsibility that's been going on. But it is a time when creativity is at a peak. Write, produce, do anything with the creative mind. It will be successful during this time. So if your rising sign or your moon sign sits in the sign of Aquarius, then this means you may be working on something with your house, getting things done, renovating, tearing it up to create something new. So maybe there's a lot of work being done in your home, in your house. And be aware your mother may not be as agreeable as usual if she's still around. But you are definitely searching for peace and security. And that may come through searching for buying a new house or something to that effect. But it is time for a change. And one good thing is money is much better during this time. So do look for that new home right now, or renovate. If your ascendant or your moon sign sits in Pisces, and this means that you'll be on the road traveling. There's something about back and forth, maybe a commute, but I see you traveling a lot more, being busy, very busy, maybe even visiting some of your siblings, brothers or sisters, but you will go you will be on the move. There's going to be some new people that will come into your life. But I tell you what, some doors on some friendships need to close right now. But this is really a time of a new beginning for you. And I also get that you'll probably end up learning something new. Maybe take some classes, reading a lot, working out things so that you have better knowledge and information to make better choices in your life. This is what August is about for you. So with that, I have covered all 12 signs, what to expect for the changes that will be occurring in your life according to your ascendant or your moon sign for the month of August. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information about me, or you would like to learn Vedic astrology, go to my university website, University of Vedic Astrology.com. And remember, if you want to sign up for my newsletter or see my magazine, subscribe, go to galacticcenter.org. Thank you.